Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Inside this one, I'll be taking you on the journey from South Florida all the way to the island of Nassau, Bahamas. The journey is around 200, some points less than, some points more than, depending how you arch it or where you leave from. I think this one was less than 100 miles, probably like 190. It is a journey across the Florida Strait into the islands of the Bahamas. The first one that you hit is Bimini, and then the Berry Islands, and then to Nassau. The day we left out, the weather was pretty fair, 15 miles per hour, not too windy, wasn't completely flat, but it was a very fair day. I've seen much worse than that. 10 miles per hour is a kind of average wind. As we cross the Florida Strait has a lot of current in it. The ocean waters going around the peninsula of Florida into the Gulf of Mexico. The current is very strong and the waves are quite high. This was the highest the waves have been the entire journey, and most likely in this journey this is going to be the point where you're going to get the most waves and you're going to get the roughest seas. I knew that once we got past this it was going to be easy, but as you can see from the images, it was quite a choppy sea. Once you get past the Florida Strait, things come off a lot more as you reach the shallow waters of Bimini and you enter the Bahamas. The Bahamas has relatively shallow waters. As you can see on the map, on Google Maps, there's a very light color change. That is the I think it's the algae, as well as just the shallow ocean water just surrounding the majority of our islands. The pace really picks up here because the water is quite smooth comparatively, and you could really relax around this part. This most likely in this journey, no matter the weather, this is going to be one of the smoother parts of the trip. And as you move along this very nice, beautiful blue sea, like incredibly blue. The camera does not do it justice when you look around and you see just that beautiful, gorgeous aquamarine just sliding, and your boat's just sliding through it just perfectly. And then on your way to the Berry Islands, making a short little slow run through the island here. And then from this point, it's a straight on shoot down to the motherland of myself. Not my favorite place on the earth, but it is better than the ocean. So I'm glad that we are making it here finally. Making our way into the northern part of Nassau, well, the northwestern part. This was around our stop. I'm gonna cut the camera off at some point here so you don't know the exact location and everything, but you can see that was probably the fastest I've done that trip. The first time I did it was almost a year ago. It was around this point in 2017 where I did this trip, and it was a nightmare because we were running two boats. It was me, my dad, and one other guy, and my dad was carrying his boat that he had just purchased. And then somebody else had purchased a boat and we were carrying their boat in for them as a job. And so a part of my dad's boat failed. It was a part inside of the propeller, so it wasn't too easily of a fix, and he did not have the tool in order to fix said part. And so we had that huge problem. We had to get towed for a bit. The second time was earlier this year. Much faster. It was about 8 hours. We left super early that morning. It was two boats. It was a 40-foot fishing vessel, and then it was I think it was around like a 100-foot yacht. I don't remember the exact length and size of it, but I have a lot of videos. I'm showing some of them right now of this massive vessel that we went in. The nicest boat I've ever been in. I don't know if it's going to be the nicest boat. I'm probably going to be in a nicer boat than this some point. I'd hope so. But quite a nice vessel. More bedrooms, more bathrooms than my own home. It was the experience. And we take it back to this journey, which came down to about 6 hours. The first one we did took about 3 days. The second one we did took about like 8 to 9 hours. This one was super duper fast. We had a much faster pace. We came in, we left about like 9 a.m. that morning, came in like 2 around that point. Very quick trip. You know, I think out of all the times we went, I think this one we had the best weather. The one in the middle with the huge yacht, we might have had better weather, but this one I just felt like we just moved along the surface a lot cleaner and a lot faster. So that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. Next video will be a motorsports related video, so if you're into that sort of stuff, I hope you enjoy Thursday's video.
Shake that laffy taffy, jolly raunchy rap, play that dang keep, she do that thing, the 3 retweet, the album feel like 92, then take that bumpy, he's 3P, chance hold, I said, cruising on that LSD, ask Joseph about my deal, he look back, said, hell yeah, let's see.